I said this when making a video about the Ravens. I said that I don't know how well Tyler Luke will play. I don't think he'll be bad, but to miss an extra point in the most crucial time possible, you made four straight extra points up to that point. To miss an extra point, and if they make that, this game is in overtime when the Bills hit that field goal, or it's not, and the Bills decide to go for the win, because obviously we know what happens to the Bills in overtime. But for him to miss that late in the game, and for Derrick Henry to have that fumble when he did, the only other fumble they had was from Justice Hill, but they recovered that. So that's their only lost fumble. And Lamar didn't have any turnovers. He took 2 sacks, but Lamar played a really good game. He was very efficient. 14 and 19 for 209 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then having 6 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown, 3 total touchdowns, no turnovers from Lamar. Took 2 sacks, but played a really good game. And the Ravens still end up losing this. And now Josh Allen, he 33 or 46. Josh Allen shouldn't be passing the ball 46 times, but he had 394 yards and 2 touchdowns. Only took 1 sack. Then he had 30 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. So 4 total touchdowns for Allen. He played a good game as well. Keon Coleman looked amazing. Always been a big fan of Keon Coleman. 8 catches, 112 yards and a touchdown, and he had 11 targets. So he played a really good game. And the Bills ended up winning 41-40 after being down. They were down 15 going into that fourth quarter, and they still ended up winning. Zay Flowers looked great. 7 catches on 9 targets for 143 yards and a touchdown. Now, DeAndre Hopkins, he only got 2 targets, but his 1 touchdown was very impressive. And then Mark Andrews, they didn't go to Mark Andrews much. But the Ravens, even with that, the Ravens put themselves in a position to win. You're leading by 2 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter and still somehow lose this game. Then it comes down to a fumble, and I forgot who punched it out, but that's a good punch out. But you usually don't see that from Derrick Henry. He had 18 carries for 169 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then he had that fumble at the end of the game. Then Tyler Luke missed the extra point. So those 2 decisions right there is what for stop this game from the Ravens either winning it or going to overtime and having a chance to win it. They shouldn't have been in a position to where I'm saying they should have been able to win this game, because they had that. They had the lead. Now, Justice Hill had 2 carries for negative 14 yards. That's fucking crazy. But the Ravens had possession of this game. You can't put this on Lamar. This comes down to Derrick Henry and Tyler Luke. A fumble and an extra point. Let's say the fumble still happens. Extra point is made as 41-41 in overtime. Or if the fumble doesn't happen, the Ravens could get a field goal and put even more pressure on the Bills to come back. But those 2 plays right there was the deciding factor in allowing the Bills to come back and win this game. And shout out Josh Allen.